So everyone knows that Marvel hasn't really been itself recently. With the Thunderbolts coming out and hopes that the new Avengers Doomsday can carry this industry back to former glory, I think I'm not the only one to say that I'm kind of tired of the MCU. Apart from the Spider-Man series of movies, I'm not willing to sacrifice any more time watching C-tier shows like flipping WandaVision. I know some people are going to be mad about that, but it's true. I'm 100% looking forward to the Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal. I mean, that's a movie that looks like it's going to be a fun ride. But considering that's coming out in 2 months, I needed a superhero story that was truly worthy of my time right now. For how long are they gonna milk Robert Downey Jr.? We get it, he's a good actor. You don't have to kill him and bring him back to life and just do the most random storylines with the multiverse. The multiverse is a great concept, don't get me wrong, but the way that Marvel have used it is just another way to perpetuate the storyline to just make more money. That's literally it. It doesn't serve any purpose by trying to teach us something, you know? It's just specifically there so they can keep coming back to the same characters or the same actors to just keep making more and more money. That is why I finally came to watch. And I think everyone needs to experience a story like, because the truth about is it has such an amazing story that I'm honestly baffled at how DC and Marvel didn't come up with something like this before. Alright, I'll stop with the cuts. You guys obviously have heard of Invincible. But what makes this show so special? Why is it so good? And how is it able to go from basically unheard of to having the ability to run for 8 seasons, have a live action movie, and possibly even have a AAA video game? So let's do a quick overview. There's this dude called Robert Kirkman and his friend Cory Walker, and they both released a neat little comic called Invincible in 2003. It gets a couple thousand sold with the first few issues, but if they don't get that number higher, their little comic will be cancelled. So Kirkman decides to push one of the biggest plot twists to the 7th issue, where the main character's dad, Omni-Man, kills basically the Justice League, or as they're called in the comic, the Guardians of the Globe. After this issue, sales skyrocketed, and this comic was being sold out in multiple stores across the USA. Kirkman had finally struck gold. After years of failure in the comic industry, he had made a story worth telling. Not to say that his other works were bad, but this was by far the greatest. But with this newfound success came a dilemma. Cory was getting tired of having to draw so much due to an increased demand of the comic, and they had to pump these things out like crazy. So Kirkman phoned up one of his old pals, Ryan Ottley, who was more than ready for the task. See, Ryan had already made his way to Marvel, and was given amazing comics to draw, such as Wolverine, The Amazing Spider-Man Hunted Infinity, and even Thor, just to name a few. With this extensive knowledge, Ryan breathed a new life into these comics, which really made the art style more competitive and comparable to Marvel and DC standards. And after ending the comics in 2018, the trio were up for a new adventure, and it was in the form of a new TV show where they would have the creative freedom to deliver the most spectacular animated superhero TV show ever. So in 2021, that's exactly what they did, all thanks to Amazon Prime Video. Kirkman made the executive decision to have the plot twist with Omni-Man killing the Guardians of the Globe in episode 1 of the TV show. This hooked millions of fans, and I was one of them. Truth be told, it was so unexpected, and I was a little bored because 1, the animation was kinda poop, and 2, the story had no substance until this point. But as soon as I dived into episode 2, it just kept getting better and better. Omni-Man being the main villain of season 1 was wild to me, and the scenes with Omni-Man and his family were just so much more tense because of that truth that was revealed to us in episode 1. I immediately knew the story was way deeper than it appeared, and I wanted more. And then I finished all the seasons in a week. Crazy, right? They did everything that Marvel does, but somehow better. Time travel, the multiverse, a teen superhero, comedy, but they also delved into deep ethical questions. Like, is it really right to kill a villain to stop them from killing hundreds of innocent people? We see Mark, Invincible, battle with this ideal for the entirety of season 3. And at the end, after his battle with Conquest, which was insane, he comes to the conclusion that
so if anyone else ever puts my family or anyone I love at risk, I won't hesitate to kill them.
I'm sure that Kirkman and his buddies are gonna have a lot of fun with the next season, and I can't wait because this show is amazing. It has an amazing storyline, we feel a deep connection with all the characters, and it isn't afraid to kill off characters for the sake of plot progression, even if they were the absolute goats. So I guess that's pretty much why Invincible mogs Marvel and DC. Please let me know what you guys want to see next, and subscribe so I can stay motivated. I love you guys and have a good day.